Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video, I thought it would be fun to do how much I realistically read in a week. I don't have any other specific reading vlogs planned for right now, so I thought this could be a fun one to do. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little different. My husband and I are both kind of sick at the moment, so that's not very fun, but I'm not sure if I want to do Monday through Friday or if I want to do Monday to Sunday and do the weekend too. We shall see, but I thought I would show you where I'm starting at the week in the books that I'm currently reading so that we can see my starting point, and then I will update either at the end of every day or beginning or like the next day for the yesterday's. So starting with my physical book that I'm reading, I am currently reading Lovely War by Julie Berry, and I am on page 152. So that is my starting point for this. And then my Kindle book that I am reading is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I am currently on page 80 of 286, so 28% done with that. I am almost done with the audiobook that I am currently listening to, which is Assistant to the Villain, and I am, let's see, 92% done with that, so I only have an hour and 10 minutes left on that, and I already have the next book downloaded, which is going to be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because I am starting a Harry Potter reread, which I technically did start already. I am on chapter 2, page 18 of this. So we shall see by the end of the week how much I get read. Obviously, how much I read every week changes each week depending on work schedule, how much clients I have, videos that I'm editing, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this week is a pretty chill week. I don't have an insane amount of clients, but I still have some clients. And then obviously getting, I have a little cold, and so does my husband. So yeah, I just wanted to start this, and we'll start reading. Happy Tuesday. I am at the salon right now, but I thought I would give you an update on how much I ended up reading yesterday. So I ended up reading to page 244 of Lovely War. So I read 92 pages yesterday. That's all I read. Today so far, I have listened to, I think, an hour and 10 minutes of Assistant to the Villain. I finished that book. I think that's how much I had left of it. Let me double check actually. Okay, yes, I did just double check. I had an hour and 10 minutes left of that book. So I finished that today. And then I also started my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone reread. I did already start this. Technically, I was a chapter in. I was on chapter 2. So I started the audio at chapter 2, which was at 29 minutes. And I am now at an hour and 10 minutes. So I don't know how much it is. Obviously, I'll update you later with the full total number, but I've got a couple hours until my next client. I had a pretty big gap today. So my husband came and had lunch with me. We went to Chick-fil-A, but I'm just gonna be sitting here until my next client in 2 hours. I've got 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna take a quick nap in my shampoo chair. And then I also have my Kindle with me, so I will read some of my Kindle book as well. Or I might just read my Kindle book for the full 2 hours. We shall see. That's a little update for you. Okay, so it is Wednesday, so I thought I would give you some updates on how much I read yesterday. So, audiobook wise, I ended up finishing Assistant to the Villain, and I read an hour and 10 minutes worth of audiobook. And then I started Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm rereading that. And read 55 minutes of that. So I read 2 hours and 5 minutes worth of audiobooks. I listened to them at a higher speed than one. So I didn't actually sit there and listen for 2 hours, but that's how much of the audiobook worth that I read. And then for my Kindle, Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I started on page 80 and I am now on page 108. That's it. Definitely felt like I read more than that yesterday, but I guess not. So 108 minus 80. So I only read 28 pages of my Kindle book yesterday, which does make sense because I was at the salon, so I didn't have a ton of time to read. I'm not sure how much reading I will be getting done today. I'm not feeling that great today. I said it in the beginning of the video, but my husband and I both are kind of sick at the moment, like with colds / coughs. But I woke up today feeling the worst that I felt all week. Don't really know how much I'm going to be reading because it's going to be just a chill day. I will probably continue with this one. I have a major update for you. Today is Thursday. Oh gosh. So today is Thursday now. So yesterday I did end up reading quite a bit. I wasn't sure if I was going to because I wasn't feeling great in the morning and had a migraine, but I ended up reading the last 207 pages of this book. So I finished it. Lovely war. Guys, this book was so good. I know I haven't really talked much about any of the books that I've been reading so far. I've just been reading them, but I guess I'll do a big wrap up at the end of all the books that I read and my thoughts on them at the end of the video. But I just want to talk about this one real quick because it was beautiful. I loved it so much. I ended up giving it 5 stars. It was so good. It is a historical fiction about World War II or World War I. Kind of World War II, but not really. It's mostly about World War I. But it's told from the Greek gods' point of view, which is really fun. Like, I've never read a historical fiction book that also ties in like the Greek gods, which was really fun and interesting. And just the way it was written was really cool because it is literally Aphrodite telling a story. So like you can tell that it's not just normal following the two people. Like, it's told as if someone's telling you a story, which was really fun and different. It was heartwarming but also heartbreaking at the same time, and I cried multiple times. I was smiling and laughing at different points. This book, guys, if you haven't read it, you need to. Especially if you like historical fiction and also if you like books with like Greek gods and stuff. It was beautiful. I loved it. We shall see how much I get read today. I did read a little bit at the salon while my client was processing, but it was literally probably only like 5 or 7 pages. Like, it was only 1 chapter that I got read. So not very much. And then I have listened to a tiny bit of my audiobook, but not a ton. But I don't have really any other plans for the rest of the day today. I kind of want to get out all of my fall decorations and decorate for fall. So we shall see if I do that, but I also kind of want to take a nap. So don't know how much reading I'll be getting done today, but just wanted to give you a little update of how much I read yesterday and that I finished this book. It was so good. Happy Friday. I thought I would give you my update about how much I got read yesterday. We will start with my audiobook because I did not get very much read. I literally only listened to it on my way to and from work yesterday, so not for very long. I only got 29 minutes read of my audiobook, so not very far at all, but that's okay. A good chunk read on my Kindle. I got exactly 100 pages read. I started yesterday on page 108 and I'm now on page 208. So I got exactly 100 pages read of The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I am really liking this book so far. It is so cute. I think I'm gonna immediately buy the second one, which is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I think is what it's called. And then I think there's gonna be like a Christmas one too, possibly. But I am really liking it. It is super cute, very like rom-com-y, but it follows a girl who inherits her aunt's cafe in a small town, and it's called the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. They nickname it short PS Cafe, which is cute, but it is super cute. It gives very fall vibes. It's happening during fall, so there's like, they literally just had like this fall I don't even know what to call it. Carnival, like a fall carnival kind of thing. But I am really liking it. I'm almost done with it. I will probably finish it today. I am on page 208 and there's only 286 pages. So I have less than 100 pages left. So I will probably just sit here and try to finish it today. Okay, so it is Saturday now, and I thought I would give you the final update. I decided I'm only going to do Monday through Friday for this video. So I thought I would give you the final update on how much I read yesterday, and then we'll talk about the books that I read. So let me pull up my notes here. Okay, so on Friday, I only read 29 minutes of my audiobook again. I didn't go to work, but I went to the mall, which is literally right next to where my work is, like right across the street. So it takes about the same amount of time to get there as it does to get to work. So exactly 29 minutes again, like Thursday, because I just listened to and from there. And then for Kindle, I read 78 pages of The Pumpkin Spice Cafe and finished that book, so I will talk about it in a second. And then I also read the entirety of volume 1 of Lore Olympus, which was 384 pages, but you know, they're pages like this, so definitely a little easier, faster to read. So we'll talk about all the books that I read now. So I technically finished 4 books in this video, but Assistant to the Villain, I only had like an hour of the audiobook left, so that's why it's considered finished in this video, even though I didn't really read hardly any of it in it. But I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. It follows Evie, who has been having a really hard time keeping a job, and she ends up running into the villain, as he's called, and she ends up being his assistant. So she's the assistant to the villain, and she's trying to keep that she's the assistant from like her family, but someone is trying to sabotage the villain and get him caught by the king, because the villain and the king have this like rivalry thing going on. So someone is trying to off the villain, and Evie and the villain end up working together to try to figure out who it is that is sabotaging him. So it was pretty good. I gave it 4 stars. My favorite character was the little frog. He was so cute. He holds up signs to talk. He's adorable. And then I finished Lovely War, which I gave 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book. It is a historical fiction about World War I, but it's told from the gods' point of view, like the Greek gods' point of view. Mainly Aphrodite's point of view, but there are a couple other ones thrown in there. Luna. Quiet. There are a couple other ones thrown in there. I already talked about it, so I'm not going to talk too much in depth, but 5 stars. And then I finished The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I really enjoyed this one. I ended up giving it 4 stars as well. Follows a girl who inherits her aunt's small town cafe, and it's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, PS Cafe for short, and there's someone that's trying to scare her away from being this cafe owner. So she is trying to figure out who is doing that to her, but also simultaneously fall in love with the little small town farmer. So it was so cute. But I love everything pumpkin, so I would love to live somewhere with a pumpkin spice cafe, because it was just the cutest, coziest cafe ever. And then I read Lore Olympus Volume 1. I've been wanting to read this graphic novel series for a while, so I'm super excited to jump into the series. I have the next 2 already from the library, so I will be jumping into these hopefully sometime this month as well. I gave this one 3 stars. It was also very cute. Graphic novels I tend to give around 3 stars just because there's not as much depth to them as other books, but it was super cute. Obviously, I like Greek god stories because 2 of the 4 books that I have read so far this month all or both have to do with Greek gods. And then today I started Spy Family, but I'm not counting today, so. But the second volume of that I started today. Yeah, it was a pretty good reading week, I guess. I should calculate the totals of everything, so give me 1 second. So total I read 3 hours and 3 minutes worth of audiobooks. And then at total I read 683 pages of my physical book. And then lastly, I read 206 pages from my Kindle. So that is the total for the whole week.